One here, and I'd just like to see him throw himself forward. And as I said, he only has to. That's why I'm sitting back up here in the box, mate.
Start of the final term, 7-12-54, Bell Post Hill, East Geelong, 6-5-41. Winner through to the grand final in 2 weeks' time. Ball from Symes towards Edmondson, wrapped up by Moreland. Got it away, though, towards Scrobelac. Fursland, though, came across. Gave it to Lewis at half forward. Handball back towards Primke on Gergich. Ripped off the football without it. Ball towards Lachlan, punched it away for East Geelong. Has to be good towards Hill. He gets the ball away by hand to O'Toole. Takes a bounce instantly and runs to defensive 50. Goes with a kick along the line towards Primke over his head. Numbers with Bell Post Hill. Getting across there, Martin. Switches the play back to the middle. Symes takes the mark. Robertson was a little bit late. They want 50 for around us, but they said no. The umpire said no, so Symes in the middle. Chips the ball towards half forward. It's a good kick too to Fursland. Takes the mark, runs towards 50, goes towards the Jovanovic lead, and the big fella takes the mark in the left forward pocket in front of Hill.
Hill hasn't been any more than 2 steps away from Jovanovic at any stage during the game, but he's been able to just that jump, that leap, and those good hands has made it very difficult. So Hill, not a bad performance so far, but just some good work from Matthew Jovanovic.
I think he was just to finish it off. He was just a bit too conscious of where Jovanovic was then, and he started to run in front of Jovanovic when he started, when he was originally behind him, and fortunately Jovanovic was just watching the ball and was able to read it.
So Hill standing right next to the behind post. Jovanovic wheels round, right foot kick, terrible off the boot, kicks it across the face of goal. Basically, he was the only one who kept his eye on it, and he took the mark. So it was a good pass from Matt Jovanovic. And Drew Lachlan stands the mark about 25 metres out. Fairly acute angle for Baseley. He'll have the wind behind him. And he's kicked 1 goal this afternoon, Caleb Baseley. This to make the margin 19 points. He comes in. Looks pretty good off the boot. And just missed, though, to the right-hand side, through for 1 by...
When that ball's going in for goal, so Scrobelac's pushing out wide, but it's a kick that's going to go towards the half-back line, and Lachlan comes up and takes the mark, does well, plays on now as Fletcher hit the ground, ran to the half-back line, and kick towards centre wing. Gergic's in front, should take the mark, and the big fella does. So Bell Post Hill to turn their defence back into attack. Has a player outside, and it's Richie, so he goes in that direction. Richie takes the mark. Primke comes up, just have a bit of a yak to him. So what he's doing later on this evening, I think. Which nightclub they're eating at too. But now ball in towards Jovanovic. Hill from behind, and it's Ricky O'Toole that comes up with a mark. Third player in line. Transfers play to the far side of the ground. Running player was Robinson. So Kyle Robinson takes the mark and steadies himself up. It's what they've done most of the day. Both sides been able to break out, but then hold things up and lets the chess pieces move across. And we kick back to near the full back position, and Drewy Lachlan has it. Hill's in the far, or this closer back pocket, so they've gone from one side to the other. Hill decides to run it this time. He runs at the opposition, kicks out to the half-back line. Scrobelac's up, takes a mark. The big fella has players back inside if he wants to go in, but goes along the line, goes looking for Primke. Primke comes up and takes the mark. So Primke plays on, goes quickly, round the corner, good kick, good lead. Closter takes the mark. Now they're just at forward of the centre wing. The kick goes in towards Murphy. Behind overall, but Lucas Murphy, good strong hands, and he has taken the mark at the true centre half forward position. Can he go back and kick before he kicked the margin today? He has 3 goals won. So Lucas Murphy now to bring the East Geelong side back to 8 points. Comes in from right on 50, kicks towards goal, looks a nice kick off the boot. The umpire does not move, and Lucas Murphy has goal number 4.
East Geelong
top 5 next week.
East Geelong might play Bell Lions first game next year. You might play on him, Kel. Ball from the middle. Ricky O'Toole tried to get the ball to Fox. Push, said the umpire. Push in the back by Baird. And it will be Ricky O'Toole's free kick in the middle of the ground. Geez, they create a bit of space for Murphy here if he gets it to him quickly. There he is. Oh, don't know whether he'll be able to kick it that far. He goes. He's got a couple against him. Fielder. Oh, Murphy. Good mark. 50 out from goal. Edmondson saying kick the goal. He's only kicked about 115 for the year. I think he'll be able to. Whitley medalist Lucas Murphy kicked 4 goals, 1, 2 in a minute for him if he can snag this one and make the difference 2 points. Murphy comes in. Left foot kick. Hasn't made the distance. Ball towards Robertson, fighting hard for it, but the numbers with Bell Post Hill holds fine. Had his head absolutely ripped off his shoulders. And we'll take a free kick in the last line of defence for the Panthers. So he switches play. to the back pocket. McNamara takes the mark. In fact, it's Moreland takes the mark, gets it to Sean Lewis inside, just inside defensive 50. He chips the ball over the top. Baird takes the mark outside defensive 50 at half back. So patient once again. The Panthers create a loose man. Overall's got it. So overall called to play on now at half back. Goes to centre wing. Punched away from behind. Ball in dispute, close to the boundary line. Coming across. The ball towards Holes Find. Still in the field of play. Kick around the corner's okay. Fursland takes the mark. On centre wing on the outer side, he's got Tobin calling for an inboard, but he just elects to go down the line. Short little kick, it's okay. Holzfine takes the mark. So David Holzfine in between wing and half forward. He chips it now towards the lead of Jovanovic. Over his head, Hill comes across. Baseley's there as well. Fox kept his feet. So did Lachlan. Feigned the handball. Probably should have given it. Tarr knocked it down. Kick around the corner from Fletcher. Towards the pocket. Coming out was Hill. And he led.
Ball 10 metres around from behind post. Thrown back in by the umpire. Scroblack down there doing the ruck work. Cameron Addy's now the ruckman. Taps the ball back towards the square. Kyle Robinson says thank you very much and I'll just tap it through for another minor score. So the ball with Ricky O'Toole in their defensive end. He's going to do the kicking in once again. Player straight down the ground as Edmondson, he wants to use him, decides to play on full tilt. He's going to run outside by not kick the ball then, but he did it, and he's been able to escape. The ball goes out to the half-back line. The only one that had to fly to the ball was Primke. He came up, takes the mark. Edmondson through the middle of the ground. This looks like the Bell Post Hill side. They gets the ball. Edmondson takes one bounce from the centre circle, kicks in long towards Murphy and also Overall. Overall's out in front, and he takes the mark. Doesn't matter about the free kick. Steve Overall, Bell Post Hill. Has the ball, he looks back inside the field of play and goes back to the centre of the ground. Good kick because Holzfine's there by himself in space and he has the ball. McNamara continues to push forward, but the options are still starting to run out for him forward to the ball. Goes out wide on Justin Tarr. Good mark, good lead up. So Justin Tarr now with the ball, swings around, goes back inside. Good lead up again from Brent Gergie. Takes the mark and he spins and goes quickly towards Jovanovic. Out in front. Oh, good lead, good kick. And Matthew Jovanovic just had to run out, take the mark on his chest, and will go. Just starting to build that picket fence, but needs to put one back on the right side of the ledger. From directly in front, Matthew Jovanovic kicks that goal, and he kicks the goal. He now has 4 goals for, the 8th goal for Bell.
Winning today.
Back to the middle. Scrobelack and Addy both get a hand to it. Falls towards Holes Find. Over the top of it, O'Toole's in there fighting with Robertson. O'Toole can't break free. Oh, I thought he was going to punch it up then too. Addy trying to get in front of Scrobelack. Scrobelack gets it down through the middle. Fox needs to get rid of it and does so to Ricky O'Toole. Under pressure from Holes Find. Handball to Lewis. Handball to Pisano. Left foot kick towards Jovanovic. Comes out, can't take the mark. Second effort was pretty good. Finish it off, Matty. Okay, will. And he kicks goal number 5. 2 in a minute. Matt Jovanovic.
At ground level, Noy, he dives on the ball, needs to get the ball out, but again, numbers arrive, and the umpire will come in and take possession. Just ball thrown up by the umpire. Cameron Addy just does a bit of cut-out work for Symes, and it's picked up there by Martin, kicked round the corner. Wasn't a good kick, and just didn't favour his teammate, but Primke slips in and takes the mark, goes out wide. Mark's taken there by Edmondson. Oh. Thought he was trying to hit the ball or what he was trying to knock off there, but he nearly took Edmondson's nose off his head. So Edmondson just waits, lead up by Murphy. It goes over the top at the back of the contest. The numbers there with Bell Post Hill, and it's Fletcher. Goes on the left foot. Oh, left foot barrel, didn't go too far, and it ends up in the hands of Fox. So Fox now for East Geelong can turn the ball back inside 50. Scroblack asking for the ball long. That's the area he's going to go to. So Cameron Addy, some big job and big work here. Does well, gets the ball to the ground, tapped over the back. Moreland taps it further afield. Went towards Lewis. McNamara's there, picked up East Geelong, and I think it was Ververs coming through the contest.
Noy, I think.
No, you're right. It is Noy, and he will have the free kick right on the 50-metre line. Is he in range? Don't think so, not from that distance. So he'll need someone further afield. The player leads to this pocket and it goes towards a contest. There's 4 on 1 out there. The ball picked up by Fletcher, and Fletcher says, I'll give you one back.
Murphy, there must be 3 blokes somewhere else. I don't know. It's the law of averages. 18 men on each side. I don't know.
It's just stuffed his... I don't know.
So Bell Post still with the footy. Last line of defence, they've got it. Richie's kicks it as far as he can towards Popov's. Good mark. Takes it at defensive 50, takes the grab. Kicks it back inboard. They're just toying with him now. Bell Post Hill. He's got the footy on in the back pocket. Fletcher kicks as far as he can, out towards half back. No mark taken. Moreland's there. Kick around the corner, comes towards centre wing. Good mark, Tar. Tar takes it back inboard to Symes. He takes the mark, uncontested, created the loose man, gives it back inboard to Moreland. He can run now, line it up and go towards Jovanovic. On a long lead with Hill, right next to him, Jovanovic wheels around, handball back inboard to Moreland.
It's McNamara.
McNamara it is, and he gets the right foot kick back over the head of a couple, but standing there and taking the mark. Ooh, he's Baseley. Good distance been chopped off by Edmondson, so Baseley will kick for goal. Comes in, sprayed it though. Missed it to the near side, 3 for 1 behind. 48 Smith's Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing at 16 minutes.
So Ricky O'Toole again loads up, goes out long, target. I think it was Primke. Gergic is also there, mark not taken. Fox gets the ball off the top, picks it up and goes inside to Bolton. Bolton then delivers the ball out in front of both Connors and also Nolan. Nolan runs onto it, didn't take clean possession. He's able to go back and retrieve it on the left foot, kicks it into the half-forward line, and coming out and taking the mark is Lima. Lima has players outside, and that's Fantella. So he can take the play and run if he wants to, but Connors, he's able to get across and hold things up. Chip back inside, goes back into Pisano. Pisano has players still outside, so again, Fantella, they move well and create the space for one another. Fantella moved forward, and Popovsky it was that took the mark on, or just backward of, centre wing. So again, now they just slow things up. This is where they usually go down the line. Longer kick. Goes to work Gergic. He's in front, trying to hold position. Did that pretty well, but Power at the back of the contest. Turned his player inside out, went back on his left side, and found Connors. So Brett Connors has the ball. Lewis just holding him up. Brett Connors now decides to go into the half-forward line. They're still staying wide. Closter out in a good lead in front of Lima. And he takes that mark. No urgency to get things going from this point. And he just stands, delivers the ball back inside, has O'Toole, back to Connors on the left foot. Need to be a good kick. Fox didn't take the mark, but he's able to go back and collect it. Goes back by hand and has Nolan. Tar bearing down on him, but he goes out wide, has Power, didn't hit the target. Pressure arrives in Baseley. Hunter and Baseley both go hard at the contest. Well done there by both players. Handball ends up towards Coy. Got another front confrontation to make, and he goes back by hand. Missed his first target. Now it's picked up by Nolan, but the high tackle there from Fursland, and the recipient of the free kick is going to be Jacob Nolan. So Nolan needs to get things moving for East Geelong. They need to put the ball in somewhere where it's dangerous. Murphy started to move, but again it's wide. One-on-one contest, going back to assist. Numbers with Bell Post Hill, more the back of the contest. Good pace. Collects the ball off the top of the pack. Runs outside to 50. Delivers the ball long towards centre wing. Gergic up over the top. Didn't take the mark. Brought it to ground. Fox needed to release the ball. Did so to Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis kicks round the corner. Needs to keep it in the field of play and will do so. Jovanovic comes up and takes the mark. No one standing the mark. He goes on quickly. Has Justin Tar in space. Good kick. Good carry. And Justin Tar, he takes the mark inside 50. About 30 metres out from goal. Bell Post Hill going for their 10th. Justin Tar has one. Chance to kick goal number 2 for himself and the 10th goal for Bell Post Hill. Nice looking kick off the boot. Justin Tar has the goal and will be now 10 goals, 15, 75, 76, 40.
All the difference today.
Back to the middle. Symes up against Bolton. Hits Bolton in the head. He pushed into Symes. Free kick to Bell Post Hill. So Jaden Symes. So they're playing a loose man behind the ball now, East Geelong. Going to win the game doing that. Ball from Symes to Baird. Addy switches for him. Takes the mark at half forward. So Addy leads on from Gergic. Goes in that direction. Holds his ground over the head. Ricky O'Toole at the back of the pack. Switches play towards Noy. Takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50 on the opposite side. Goes outboard looking for Connors on a long lead. Takes the mark at half back. Not much to kick to though now. Goes towards Buckingham. Up, can't take the mark. Second effort was pretty good though. Ran through the middle. Took a bounce. Left foot kick now. Lead on. Scrobelack at the back. Puts his hands up. Gee whiz, he's in the forward line. Surprise, surprise. And he kicks the goal. Gee whiz, I don't know whether Dale and Cal have been calling that for half an hour. But anyway, Scrobber kicks the goal. So he's
Bell post still side have been rushed. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Symes up over the top. Still got the spring in the legs. Picked off the wing by Fantella. Goes back towards his playmate in Fursland. Didn't hit the target. So East Geelong with another opportunity. Ricky O'Toole, centre wing. Goes into the half forward line. Looking for Murphy in front. Popovsky. Good spoil from behind. And the ball now heads towards the half back line. Picked up by Richies. Went the handball over the top to his teammate. Didn't miss the handball. And the ball has been knocked over the boundary line. Quarter. Not a high-scoring game. So Nyko taps the ball down, picked up in front of the contest. Good tackle. Ricky O'Toole's taken over the boundary line. Umpire says, let's... Scroblack might be just doing the initial tap and then going forward, which that's where he is. So now Symes up against Nyko. Symes taps the ball down. Again, there's a number of players around this contest. It's not going to come out. So Bell Post still not prepared to give an inch. East Geelong need to knock it clear of the contest just to get things running. Symes up over the top. Heads back towards the boundary line. Ball's knocked back over the boundary line, and again, once again, umpire's going to come in and take possession.
out of side centre wing. Symes up against Nyko. Nyko gets it over the back. Sean Lewis over the top of the footy, kicked it off the ground in the end. Came towards Gergich, left it behind. Primke there as well. Kick out of the middle, out of mid-air. Goes close to the boundary line. Robertson can't. So boundary throw in. Nyko up against Symes. Pack develops and bottle the play up. Scrobelack tried to thump it a long way, didn't get much contact onto it. Still in the half forward area. At 20 players around the footy. Coming across and seeing it over Baseley, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Scrobelack, ruck work for East Geelong. Up against Symes. Thrown in now. Symes goes up. Scrobelack tries to take it out of the ruck. Fox is there as well. Get the handball back towards Noy. Close to the boundary line. Can't keep it in. Out of bounds. Wow, this is good, isn't it?
How's Noy going today, Jace?
Yeah, no, he hasn't done much. 10, 15, 75. Bell post still. East Geelong 8, 6, 54. He's not on his Pat Malone, though, I can tell you. A couple others that are struggling, I reckon, for form. Andrew throw in. Scrobelack tries to take it out of the ruck again. Gives it to Ricky O'Toole. Through traffic, loses the football. Pack develops. Just punts it up, I reckon, the umpy. Just punts it up. Give us a holding the ball decision. Come on, Dale, you have a crack.
We'll have a go, mate.
Yeah, see what you can do.
Hasn't been very
Won't get Calder.
clear
He's
play.
asleep, Nelly.
Yep, ball in the air. Scrobelack going, tops the ball back towards the boundary line. Good chase there from Martin. Was it interfered with? The play has gone for their legs. It's been a pretty warm day. Ground a little bit firmer than last week. Ball thrown back in. Symes still got the bounce. Goes over the top. Goes to Fursland. Fursland puts it back in towards the forward line. Coming out, Justin Tarr takes the mark in front of Nolan. And Justin Tarr again was in range. Umpire says he's on his right line. And Justin Tarr can go back and kick goal number 3 for himself. A very reliable kick at goal, Justin Tarr. It's amazing how many times you say that and you put the moz on somebody.
Yep, he won't kick it out.
Has a good couple of bags already this season. So he can come in now and really put some good distance in between the two sides. As I said, only 5 minutes probably to run in this game. Tarr comes in, he's not going to meet the distance, goes towards the goal square, going across. Mark's not taken there by Robinson, just taps it out. Front of the pack, it's picked up, and there's a free kick. It goes to Drewy Lachlan because he's been held without possession of the ball. Goes Luke Edmondson running up and down the middle as he does so nicely. Gets the ball from forward 50, kicks out towards centre wing. Running player is Verbers, waited for the bounce, couldn't take possession. 3-on-2, numbers there with East Geelong, but it's Bellpost Hill able to hold the ball out. They fed it out towards Tarr, couldn't take possession of it. At ground level, Buckingham goes over and picks it up again. McNamara's right in his hammer. Kicks the ball round the boundary line. Goes towards a player further afield. Picked up by Closter. Closter shrugs the tackle. Goes into the half-forward line towards Murphy. Filling the hole nicely. Gergic's got back in defence to help out. Picked up by Connors. And needed to feed the ball out. Who's he got to go to? Players need to arrive as the siren sounds to end the game here this afternoon at Women's Reserve. Bellpost Hill will see themselves go into the grand final, courtesy of a win over East Geelong, 10-15-75, 8-6-54. to the East Geelong side. Goal kickers for the game, Matthew Jovanovic with 5, Justin Tarr with 2, 1 each to David